It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets, and it's all up next.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast, a bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, ETN once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
This is caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Another tote for Etienne. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
A gain of 7, and the Jaguar 1st down.
They go play action with Lawrence. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Etienne up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
second and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now it's Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Going right back to Wilson.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Rodgers going to throw. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage and a first down.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it here with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I tell you what, this was a much-needed drive and a much-needed touchdown at the end of this drive. They had not done much of anything in this first half, but here they put all the pieces together, and they get the score right before the half.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A give, it's ETN off the option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. A short throw to Ingram.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with ETN.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He can't get him down. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. Well, this is caught by Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. can't get away, and he's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt.
And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught here by Adams. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Rodgers now to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's complete to Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Jets. Devontae Adams, 31 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Zerline now for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And the Jets pressure, 2 notches, down he goes. Jermaine Johnson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Davis on the tackle. It's a gain of 20. First down, Jacksonville.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing now, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Back to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Straight ahead, Etienne. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Lawrence running right on the option. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
21, Jets 14.
Come on, baby, rock and roll.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down 21-14, 65 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here's second down.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Rodgers.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before.
This ball intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Could not finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.